Let's talk summer solstice. So although the summer solstice tends to fall on June the 21st, it can occur any time between the 20th and the 22nd. Excuse the state of me, my hay fever is shocking at the minute. And the timing depends on the Earth's tilt and its orbit around the sun. This year, it actually falls on the 21st of June, and I think it's at 3:42 a.m. Obviously, just for clarity, for future reference, it's 2025. Now, the timing isn't based on any calendar date or time. It actually depends on when the sun reaches its most northern point from the equator, the celestial equator. Astronomically, the first day of summer is considered the summer solstice. Meteorologists divide the year into 4 seasons, and summer begins on the 1st of June and it ends on the 31st of August. So on the summer solstice, which is tomorrow, the sun rises as normal in the sky, but it takes slightly longer to set because it's reached its most highest point. And that is why it's considered the longest day of the year, because it takes longer for the sun to set. And each day has gradually got longer, with the sun taking longer to set since the winter solstice in December. So it's a gradual process till it reaches the summer solstice, where it's at its highest point. And then from tomorrow onwards, it gradually starts to set a little bit earlier each day as we head towards the winter solstice again. So the days start to get shorter from tomorrow on. But we don't tend to notice that for another month or two because the process is so gradual. And a lot of people assume this means it's going to be the hottest day, but that isn't always the case. So yes, the sun is at its highest point, and yes, it's the longest day, but because in the northern hemisphere, our land, our soil, our ground, and our oceans are still very cold, they soak up all that heat, and then in a process that's called the seasonal lag, they gradually release it over the coming weeks. And that's a gradual process again. So again, we don't tend to notice that until July, August time, usually around July-ish. Although it is meant to be getting to around 29 degrees here today where I am, and I'm in Sentry Circle Camping. And you can see the stone circle at the top of the hill there. It's beautiful here. So there's going to be a group fire. There'll also be a group ritual up in the stone circle. There's going to be lots of workshops and talks taking place. I am particularly looking forward to the totem making, and that's a clay-based workshop. That's going to be great fun. We've got sound therapies going on, healing therapies going on, lots of stalls around, entertainment for the whole family. It's a very family-friendly site. This is one of Nim's favourite places to actually come. The drumming workshop's wonderful as well, and the sound bath's taking place as well. But in my opinion, it's all about that communal fire of an evening where we all get around together. There's singing, there's dancing, there's drumming. Oh, it's an amazing atmosphere. It's brilliant. I love it. I love it here so much. I really do. And loads of us will be heading up that hill. And it doesn't look that steep from here. But let me tell you, that hill can be a killer. I'll be driving in one of the cars. I cannot get up that hill. Oh my word, no chance. And yet the kids are up and down it multiple times a day. I honestly don't know how they do it. Anthony actually won the hill run competition one year. I think it was last year actually. We had to run up and down the hill and see who had the fastest time, and he beat all the adults. He was made up with himself. And now the farmer that actually owns all this land here that we're using for the summer solstice camp, he hosts it. He is amazing. His family is absolutely beautiful. They're just so in tune with everyone. They really are. And he's pagan himself, so he's been running pagan camps here for I'd say around 30 years now, to be honest. I'm nearly 40, and the first camp I came to here was when I was 15 years old, and my kids have grown up coming here, like to all the pagan camps, and there's several of them throughout the year. And loads of the others have as well, to be honest with you. So like all our kids are growing up together, and it's just a beautiful feel. It's so family orientated that everyone who comes here ends up wanting to come back and do it again and again and again. It's an amazing vibe. It really is. Honestly, you've got to come down and try it out for yourself. So I will attach some information to the end of this video, just in case you want to, because you can pop along and you can pay on the gate as well. Booking isn't necessary. So the summer solstice itself has actually been celebrated since the Neolithic era. But despite the lack of written evidence, we do have physical evidence that has survived, such as our stone circles. And now obviously this one's technically a folly stone circle, although it is a working stone circle because it was put in about 20 years ago now. It's put in the traditional way, rope and pulley, dragging them all up the hill. And it's been used ritually ever since, multiple times a year. So tons of energy has actually gone into this stone circle over the last 20 years. So it is a working stone circle, but not an ancient monument. And our ancient Neolithic stone circles tend to align with the winter and summer solstices. And you tend to find that they have stones that are carefully positioned to frame the sun when you're stood in a certain position, usually the centre, but in some of them you can be stood in various other places to see the full effect and experience it. And Stonehenge, which was erected around 2500 BC, is one of our most commonly known stone circles. And with Stonehenge, on the summer solstice, the sun rises to the left of the heel stone. However, it is suspected that it had a partner stone that would have framed the sun in between the two, like at other sites. And the beauty of Stonehenge is that in its southwest quarter, it actually aligns with the winter solstice as well. In New Mexico, there's an indigenous American site as well, and that actually aligns with the sun too. At noon, the sun travels between two slabs and it lights up a spiral carving on the wall facing it. Now, we do have some oral and written accounts of practices from later periods throughout history, such as the lighting of fires in honour of the sun, couples jump in the fire to bring energy and blessings to the relationship, down to the harvesting of certain crops and herbs for medicine on this day, the summer solstice. Now, celebrating the solstice has actually been a global history. It's something every country has done to some degree when you dig back and look into their ancient traditions, their ancient beliefs and practices. The Vikings, for example, used the extended sunlight hours to raid other countries, settle disputes and hunt for food. At the Temple of the Earth in China, during the 16th century, the emperor made offerings to the sun and sky god on the summer solstice. In Christianity, it morphed into St. John's Day, and still to this day, many herbalists will harvest and gather St. John's wort on the summer solstice. And today, as you can see, the summer solstice is still a time for joy and celebration and community spirit, often involving feast and group rituals. Sunflowers, St. John's wort, roses, calendula, oak trees and oranges are all associated in some way to the summer solstice. Chamomile was often used in summer solstice decorations, and it was also thrown on the fire too as a ritual offering. It represented the sun's healing, protection and regeneration properties. Sunflowers, as another example, they follow the path of the sun. The Latin name is Helianthus annus, and Helianthus comes from heli, for Greek for the sun, and anthos was translated to mean flower. So, sunflower. And they represent strength, courage and action. Well, I'm going to go off and go and enjoy everything that this camp has to offer today. Today's a bit of a slow day because it's still an arrival day. So it's more about getting people onto the field and set up today. But tomorrow the shenanigans begin early and we'll carry right the way through over the weekend. And it's going to be such a laugh. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous. But I will attach some information in a minute about this event, just in case any of you want to pop down. You can pop down for the day, you can come and camp for the weekend. It is a no electricity site, but we do have toilet facilities. There's a little shop on site, which is great and well worth checking out. It's absolutely adorable. Ronnie, who runs that bit, is absolutely amazing. You'll love Ronnie, she's brilliant. But pop along, introduce yourself to our gate staff and, you know, have a laugh. Join in. It's brilliant. I hope to see you in the field one day.